Come on in, come on in. I was setting up and it fell and then it just hit the button. So come on in, come on in. I hope everyone's having a great morning. Come on in, come on in. Like the video as you guys come in. I appreciate you guys for being here. Give me a few minutes to finish setting up because I have to hit a few buttons still and as I drop something. So come on in, come on in. Let me know where you're watching from. Press 1 if you can hear me okay. Press 1 if you can hear me okay. Press 1 if you can hear me okay. So thanks for being here, everyone. We're going to do a quick show. So thanks for being here, everyone. We're going to do a quick show. Thanks for being here, everyone. Like, comment, and subscribe. It normally takes people a few minutes to come in. So we're going to go ahead and do the disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So good morning, good morning. I am feeling a lot better, thank goodness. Recovering. The medicine is working. We're going to get into a few different topics because there is a lot going on. In regards to the debate yesterday, a lot of people were talking about that. A lot of people were talking about how well she did or did not do, how well the questions were answered or not answered at all. We understand that it's important for people to vote for whoever they want to vote for. It's important for people to do what's best for them and their families. Many of us kept telling you guys that she doesn't answer questions. She'll continuously talk about Trump and she'll continuously try to avoid answering the questions. So we're going to get into what transpired yesterday about Diddy, what's going on with him, and we're going to talk about the new lawsuit that's out there, which is also concerning. So just let's see. Let's see. But yeah, are you guys surprised of how things went yesterday with the debate? Well, it was actually an interview. She did an interview. Were you guys surprised about the interview? Let's see. So come on in, come on in. Let me know where you're watching from. I hope everyone's having a great morning. Like I said, I'm doing a lot better. Recovering. Let's see. Okay. Can you guys hear me okay? Press 1. Let me know where you're watching from. Can you guys hear me okay? I hope you can. Okay, there it is. Okay. What I was looking for was actually right in front of my face. Okay, press 3 if you've been here before and where you're watching from. Press 5 if you're new. We're going to get into a few different things. Yeah, I actually hit the start button a little bit earlier than I wanted to. But good morning, everyone. Good morning. Press 3. Let me know where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before and where you're watching from. There's a few different things that's going on. I posted a lot of shorts this morning. We talked about the debate. We talked about Erica Mena and Safaree. So concerning. A lot of people feel like Safaree should get the children. A lot of people are concerned about Diddy and his children. Who's going to handle a lot of his business dealings. So we're going to get into a few different things. It's also being reported that some of his famous friends are definitely concerned about their own careers and what entanglement they may have in his business dealings. As we know, Jay-Z and Beyonce and Diddy were very, very close. So what does Jay-Z know? What does Beyonce know? We often see Beyonce, her and her hand signals. Now, what those signals mean, I don't know. But she's always throwing up some kind of, you know, you know. But we're gonna get into that as well. And if you did not see my post, of a video regarding that, and like Jay-Z had said, I'm sorry, Jason Lee had said that someone from Jay-Z's team keeps reaching out to Jason Lee. Now, Jason Lee is basically saying, I'm the one, and maybe it's to try and change the narrative. We know that some of these celebrities use different media sources to try and change the narrative. As we know, Jaguar Wright went on Piers Morgan, and she had some things to say about J&B. And like Piers Morgan said, I can't confirm or deny what Jaguar Wright is saying. So he took out the clips in regards to Jay-Z and Beyonce, which is understandable. Unless she brings receipts, unless a lot of people bring receipts. Right now, the only one that's indicted is Diddy. And we still have to wait for his trial to find out what's going on. If there's any wrongdoing, a judge jury is going to have to decide what wrongdoing is going on in regards to Diddy. We talked about Liam. I posted a few pictures in regards to Liam. I posted a few things about Safaree and Erica Mena. Many people are saying he should not have to deal with that. We have talked about Bow Wow saying it's very quiet and there's no parties that's going on. So right now, basically, Bow Wow is saying Bow Wow complains about Diddy is no longer throwing parties following his arrest. Yes, a lot of people probably won't be throwing parties. It's quiet because a lot of the famous people, there's two different types of parties. A lot of famous people are probably concerned about what part they allegedly have in regards to his arrest. Who's going to be a part of the racketeering case? Who's going to be a part of the traffic case? So there's a lot of people that's concerned. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Press 3 if you're new and where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here and where you're watching from. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, and when I listened to the interview, I still didn't hear him say anything about the possible victims. We are going to also talk about Travis Barker's son, Landon, said he was supposed to go to a restaurant, and he did. He didn't have anything to do with no baby oil stuff. There was a party that was going on around the same time his party was going on. And who is Liam? Liam is Travis Barker's son. He said he had nothing to do with that. That's not his character, and he don't condone. So I did do a post in regards to Travis Barker's son, Landon. And Landon said, don't get it twisted. I was there for an event. He was saying something about his party. His birthday isn't until like a week or two later or something like that. But we'll play that clip in a minute too. So Landon is speaking out saying no, he does not condone what's being said. So maybe the other party prior to him, somebody might have had something, but he said no. So I'm sure Travis Barker and Courtney is upset because he was there and it made it seem like he was the one that was condoning it. He's like, no, I was there for an event. I could barely tell what was going on because the lights were very low. And yeah. We did talk about Sean Diddy Combs is facing 6 new lawsuits in regards to that was earlier this week. And then allegedly there was another lawsuit yesterday in regards to a woman being threatened by him because she mentioned Tupac. and she was wondering if he had something to do with. So Diddy got extremely angry with her. So she's a part of a lawsuit too. So, whoo-wee. There is a lot going on. Let's see. In the months since Diddy Combs' arrest, there's charges include racketeering, traffic, and now, like we talked about earlier this week, there is now 6 more cases just filed from 2 women and 4 men, including a 16-year-old, in response to the allegations. Mr. Combs' team allegedly says they want all those names released. So I did talk about that as well. So we're just kind of doing an update on what's being said. We have a lot of people making comments about the baby oil. Now, one thing we also learned is that somebody had stated that the alleged baby oil was laced. Remember we were talking about that? How is it, or why is it that the government, when he got raided, why would they confiscate that many bottles of baby oil, which they did? Okay, so it's basically saying in the new civil lawsuit claims Diddy allegedly used baby oil and it was laced with the popular GHB. That's what's being alleged. Because many of us were saying, how is this? Why is this? Why did they confiscate that many parts? Why did they confiscate that many bottles of baby oil? Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Press 3 if you're new and where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before. Press 3 if you're new and where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before. Good morning, everyone. Like the video as you guys come in. Like the video as you guys come in. So remember, I had did a short, and many people had did a short regarding if it was something in it. Because everybody was like, why are we talking about baby oil? And then remember, his lawyer had said, oh, Costco sells it in bulk. And then Costco was like, no, we don't sell baby oil in bulk. Wrong. And then you got to remember, I'm going to play that too in regards to the comments that were made about court and that they're trying to tell Diddy's lawyer not to do any more interviews. And then they were saying something about him being an African-American man. And then they also are trying to figure out who leaked the Cassie video. So the judge had basically checked everybody that day. They sure did. So let's play that as I'm pulling this up. I hope everyone's having a good morning. Good morning. Come on in. Come on in. Press 3 if you're new and where you're watching from. Press 3 if you're new and where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before. Good morning, Callie. Okay, they said they can hear me good. Matt is from California. Good morning. I hope everyone's having a good morning. I'm feeling 10 times better. Thank goodness. But let's go ahead and play this clip as I finish setting up. And then we'll probably play this one if he's talking about, let's see.
No, they don't. This video was shared 8,384 times. This is from a lawyer account, a very successful lawyer, a guy who I love. I enjoy watching all of his content, but no, this is completely false, completely reckless coming from a lawyer. If I were Diddy, I would sue.
So now they're saying, should it have been released that the baby oil has been released? So the biggest thing is, during the trial, we'll know more. During the trial, we'll find out if it was actually laced or not.
Diddy will be back in court today in about 2 hours, 2 p.m. Eastern Time in New York. What's really interesting about this hearing, a lot of people talking about bond motion. I don't think so. The bond was set. There's an appeal. The new judge is not going to do anything about the bond, if you ask me. He's going to be sitting there for a while. Now, what the new judge is going to be looking at is a motion that was filed. And this is very interesting because this is actually, I believe, Diddy's lawyers copying Alex Spiro, Mayor Eric Adams' lawyer, the famous celebrity lawyer to Jay-Z, Elon Musk. So Spiro, in Mayor Adams' case, filed a motion telling the judge that you need to collect evidence and have a hearing on this issue of whether the government has been leaking grand jury information. Diddy's team has now filed the exact same motion, essentially arguing that the Cassie video, the video of Diddy assaulting Cassie in a hotel, was only in the possession of the government. The government had to be the one that released it. If they did,
So that's who they're saying had the tape. So we're going to listen to that part again.
Has been leaking.
Hold on.
Eric Adams' lawyer, the famous celebrity lawyer to Jay-Z, Elon Musk. So Spiro, in Mayor Adams' case, filed a motion telling the judge that you need to collect evidence and have a hearing on this issue of whether the government has been leaking grand jury information. Diddy's team has now filed the exact same motion, essentially arguing that the Cassie video, the video of Diddy assaulting Cassie in a hotel, was only in the possession of the government. The government had to be the one that released it. If they did, it's a violation of the rules of grand jury secrecy. And so the judge should have a hearing, figure out whether, in fact, it was the government that leaked this, and then issue some type of remedy, either dismiss the charges or do something else to make it.
So is that making sense to everyone? So that lets us know when his house was raided, he did have copies of that tape of what he did to Cassie. So you're mad that they took the alleged tape that was in your possession and it got leaked. So you're saying the only person that had that was you and it got leaked from your house being raided? I don't know if everybody's paying attention to that. That's concerning. The police should have took care of that when that happened then. So if you're worried about a leak, you should be worried about what you had in your possession. And how do we not know that somebody else didn't have a copy of that? That's the big question too.
So now, what the new judge is going to be looking at is a motion that was filed. And this is very interesting because this is actually, I believe, Diddy's lawyers copying Alex Spiro, Mayor Eric Adams' lawyer, the famous celebrity lawyer to Jay-Z, Elon Musk. So Spiro, in Mayor Adams' case, filed a motion telling the judge that you need to collect evidence and have a hearing on this issue of whether the government has been leaking grand jury information. Diddy's team has now filed the exact same motion, essentially arguing that the Cassie video, the video of Diddy assaulting Cassie in a hotel, was only in the possession of the government. The government had to be the...
So it was only in the possession of the government. So that means from the raid, he had the tape. So did he purchase the tape? And is he mad that it leaked because it shows him in a different light than he wanted people to believe before his trial?
Has now filed the exact same motion, essentially arguing that the Cassie video, the video of Diddy assaulting Cassie in a hotel, was only in the possession of the government. The government had to be the one that released it. If they did, it's a violation of the rules of grand jury secrecy. And so the judge should have a hearing, figure out whether, in fact, it was the government that leaked this, and then issue some type of remedy, either dismiss the charges or do something else to make it fair that this evidence was put out there in violation of the grand jury rules, assuming that were proven. Diddy's team copying Spiro, which is a little concerning. Like, why didn't you come up with that on your own? Spiro did it at the initial hearing. You do it weeks after your initial hearing. Diddy will be back in.
So there's that people have to wonder. He's mad because, of course, when they do have a jury for May, most of the people have saw that tape. And if they probably lied that they didn't see it, that's going to be a problem. So both sides need to be very careful. We're going to play the next clip.
Big thing I'm watching for in the Diddy news today, and this is about whether or not the judge is going to explain why he's the judge. There was previously a judge assigned to this case, and then all of a sudden last week, the court released a docket entry, basically a filing, an official court filing.
Good morning, everyone. Press 3 if you're new and where you're watching from. Press 3 if you're new and where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here and where you're watching from. Good morning, everyone. Press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here and where you're watching from. Let's continue.
There was previously a judge assigned to this case I'm watching for in the Diddy news today, and this is about whether...
Okay. Good morning, Myrtle Beach. Good morning, New Orleans. Good morning, Baton Rouge. Good morning, Minnesota. Good morning, Michigan. Wow, there's a lot of new people in here. Welcome, everyone. Please continue to hit the like button as well. You could double tap the screen. You could hit the thumbs up above the video or below the video. Good morning, Charleston. Good morning, West V. Good morning, San Diego. Good morning. Okay, let's get back to the video. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, GM.
Judge is going to explain why he's the judge. There was previously a judge assigned to this case, and then all of a sudden last week, the court released a docket entry, basically a filing, an official court filing, say, hey, new judge has been assigned, old judge is out. Why? No one knows. There's no explanation for it. It is possible that at today's hearing...
Let's see. Good morning, Wakanda. Good morning, Oklahoma City.
Previously...
Good morning, Staten Island. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Detroit. Detroit's here. I like that. Welcome, welcome. Continue to hit the like button. It's the thumbs up button above the video, below the video. You could double tap the screen. Good morning, Pittsburgh.
Today, and this is about whether or not the judge is going to explain why he's the judge. There was previously a judge assigned to this case, and then all of a sudden last week, the court released a docket entry, basically a filing, an official court filing, say, hey, new judge has been assigned, old judge is out. Why? No one knows. There's no explanation for it. It is...
But we did find out that the other judge had to recuse himself because he knew someone. So that's why. So we are going to debunk that. That's why he got another judge, because the other judge had to recuse himself because either he knew someone on something. That's what they were saying.
Has been assigned, old judge is out. Why? No one knows. There's no explanation for it. It is possible that at today's hearing at 2 o'clock, we were going to hear from the new judge, and he might put something on the record explaining why it is that he is the new judge. The only thing I could think of, he's a very new judge in the sense that he was just appointed to the bench last year. And what they do...
Appointed to the bench last year. So that's going to be very interesting of how he handles this Diddy case.
In the sense that he was just appointed to the bench last year. And what they do when you have new judges appointed to the bench, they take cases from old judges and they reassign them to new judges. Now, he's been on the bench for about a year, so I'm not quite sure that they would still be doing that at this point with him. You would think by now, to the extent they were going to reassign cases from other judges, they have already done that for this guy because he's been around for a year. But we'll see. It's going to be very interesting. If he remains completely silent on it, that would be, I think, a shame unless there's some need for confidentiality. Judge Carter, the original judge who was assigned to the...
Continue to hit the like button. We have 361 in the building. A lot of new people. Please don't forget to subscribe. We're trying to hit 30K. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell.
In the Diddy news judge, in the sense that he was just appointed to the bench last year. And what they do when you have new judges appointed to the bench, they take cases from old judges and they reassign them to new judges. Now, he's been on the bench for about a year, so I'm not quite sure that they would still be doing that at this point with him. You would think by now, to the extent they were going to reassign cases from other judges, they have already done that for this guy because he's been around for a year. But we'll see. It's going to be very interesting. If he remains completely silent on it, that would be, I think, a shame unless there's some need for confidentiality. Judge Carter, the original judge who was assigned to this case, decided the bond motion, and now he's no longer on the case. And so if there's some type of conflict or reason that he can't be a part of this case or whatever it is, the public probably should know. I'll tell you the big thing I'm watching for in the Diddy news.
Okay, so now we're going to listen to the update in regards to the new lawsuit. This was about 10 to 11 hours ago. So Diddy is facing new charges. Every week, it's something about a new charge. Like the video, double tap the screen, hit the thumbs up above the video, below the video. The recording is going to play fast.
Racketeering conspiracy. It's often. What are the charges that Sean Combs is facing? He is facing 3 federal charges in New York City federal court of sex trafficking, organized crime, which is racketeering conspiracy. It's often cited as Rico, and then also transportation for prostitution. And prosecutors have indicated that the investigation is ongoing and that there could be what they call a superseding indictment, which could be more charges or also co-defendants. I think people are expecting possible.
And the superseding is going to be allegedly bring on more charges. That's concerning. That's extremely concerning.
Organized crime, which is racketeering conspiracy. It's often cited as Rico, and then also transportation for prostitution. And prosecutors have indicated that the...
Don't forget to hit the like button. Let me know where you're watching from. Press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before and where you're watching from. Yeah, I mean, there are bigger fish, but Diddy has created his own issues and concern. Right now, they're looking at him in regards to the parties that he's thrown, the allegations that's out there. If there's a bigger fish that they have to get, they're going to get them too. Allege. And I've said this before, a jury is going to have to decide if Diddy has done any wrongdoing. And if he is connected to bigger fish. They might be a part of some of those videos, phone recordings, or emails. Let's continue with the video. Don't forget, can I please get 250 people to please subscribe? Let's get to 30K. Thanks for being here. Let's continue with the video.
Investigation is ongoing, and that there could be what they call a superseding indictment, which could be more charges or also co-defendants. I think people are expecting possible co-defendants if there is another indictment here. Well, so there seem to be details of new lawsuits every day. It's
fair use, fair use.
Growing. Over what sort of time period have these allegations been emerging? There are allegations dating back to the 90s in the lawsuit. The criminal case focuses on a more recent period, but this really covers the whole span of his career, especially the civil allegations that are really starting to mount against him. But the criminal case is a little more confined to a specific time period, but we also could see that expand potentially if there's more charges or different charges when they're filed. So what happens now, Megan? What's the next stage of the case? Right now, he is still trying to get out of jail. He's been in custody without bail, and 2 judges rejected that, but he does have the option of going to an appellate court, and his attorneys are preparing to do that. They have their briefs, and the court actually said today in the United States that they're going to hear this on November 4th. So that's a big preparation for him. And then on the criminal case...
So let's look for November 4th. Let's keep that date in mind, November 4th. Let's keep that in mind. There's 410 in the room. If I can please get 300 people to please subscribe and turn on your notification bell. We're listening to the recording of what's coming, what's forthcoming, and what
he
the
does have the
plans
option
are.
of going to an appellate court, and his attorneys are preparing to do that. They have their briefs, and the court actually said today in the United States that they're going to hear this on November 4th. So that's a big preparation for him. And then on the criminal case, in the trial court arena, his lawyers have filed something asking the judge to order the prosecutors to identify any other victims in the indictment who aren't victim 1, which a lot of people have been able to tell that that's Cassie Ventura, who's actually seen on the screen as his former girlfriend who brought the charges against him, who brought the lawsuit against him that started this, and is the victim in the charges. But his lawyers want the judge to order the prosecutors to identify any other victims because they say they need to prepare a defense here. And what happens if ultimately he's found guilty? He could go to prison for the rest of his life. That's the potential maximum sentence here. And
that's the biggest thing. They're saying he could possibly go to prison for the rest of his life. So concerning. Like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone. And if you've already subscribed, thank you.
A lot of the times, those maximum sentences are not often applied. But I think in a case like this, he is looking at potentially decades in prison if he's convicted. And how's this case going down in the States? It's the talk of everywhere. I mean, everyone's talking about it, and then especially the way the lawsuits keep being filed, it seems like there's always something going on every day with either the criminal case or the civil case that keeps this in the news and keeps people talking about it for sure. Megan, thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Yeah, they continue to add civil cases to this. Many people have filed complaints and stating what they experienced being around him. And whatever evidence is going to present itself, it's going to present itself. Thanks for being here, everyone. Continue to hit the like button. Continue to subscribe. There's 300 people in the room. If I get 300 people to please subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Let's play the next clip.
What are the charges that Sean Combs...
Hold on one second.
He had something to do with Tupac's murder, so she was... It was filed in just the past 24 hours. ABC 7 News reporter Luis Pena has the details. We do need to warn you the allegations are triggering.
Hold on one second.
We do. He had something to do with Tupac's murder, so she wasn't interested or impressed with seeing him.
The lawsuit says a month later, Diddy's friend allegedly set her up to be raped by Diddy in Orinda. She said she was drugged and threatened with a knife, and Diddy said she would pay for his statements about Tupac during the video call. The lawsuit says while violently raping the woman, the rapper told her the knife was in his hands, and that if the rapper...
This is the young lady. This is the new lawsuit from at least 10 to 12 hours ago. There's a young lady that asked him in regards to what transpired in regards to Tupac. And she was touched. Let me say it that way. So trigger warning. This is another lawsuit outside of the 6 that was announced.
Told Mr. Combs she believed he had something to do with Tupac's murder, so she wasn't interested or impressed with seeing him.
The lawsuit says a month later, Diddy's friend allegedly set her up to be raped by Diddy in Orinda. She said she was drugged and threatened with a knife, and Diddy said she would pay for his statements about Tupac during the video call. The lawsuit says that while violently raping the woman, the rapper told her her life was in his hands, and that if he wanted, he would take her, and she would never be seen again. According to her attorney, the woman was raped by other men as well, and despite being drugged, she was able to escape. On her way out, telling Diddy she did not party with him and did not enjoy partying with him, and that he raped her. The lawsuit claims neighbors in the area called police.
Contra Costa Sheriff came out to the neighbor's home at the time of the incident because several police reports of 911 calls allegedly were made.
According to the lawsuit, several weeks after the rape, the accuser went to the hospital because she was still in pain. The lawsuit claims hospital personnel called Walnut Creek police, who took a statement from the accuser. This time she said she did not want to name Diddy. She said she was afraid that she wouldn't be believed and that later on, the rapper would harm her. They contacted Walnut Creek and Orinda police departments and have not heard back. The woman's attorney saying law enforcement agencies refused to hand over the police reports.
That's disturbing in and of itself. Her team needs this information.
So they're saying that there's police reports and they didn't want to turn it over. Her just saying something about, did you have something to do with the Tupac situation? And then allegedly, she went to a location and she was set up. So the stories continue. Could everybody be wrong? Or this dude felt like he was untouchable, allegedly. The jury's going to have to find out and what the evidence they have. If she went to the police, if she went to the hospital, if she got tests, if she got, what's the word? DNA. You know, if people's DNA is on you.
A number of new allegations of rape and sexual assault from 1995 to 2021 against the rapper. Legal analyst Stephen Clark is urging for these allegations to be investigated independently.
Was this individual treated like a sexual assault victim, or was she treated as someone that was not credible?
The accuser is seeking $50 million in damages from Diddy and those involved. In Orinda, Luis Pena, ABC 7 News.
Now, that new lawsuit, she's seeking $50 million. This situation, like I said, was a young lady had only asked if he had something to do with the passing of Tupac. As we also know, Tupac's family is filing a lawsuit against Diddy in regards to if he did have something to do with the passing of Tupac. Let's see. Let's see. Good morning, everyone. Press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. Press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here and where you're watching from. If I can please get 300 people to please subscribe and turn on your notification bell. We're almost at 30K. We're almost at 30K, everyone. And thank you if you've already subscribed. Yeah, that new lawsuit, I have to be careful because there's so many R words in there. Now, this is the other thing. Look at the shorts that I just posted. They're saying that Diddy wished his 2-year-old daughter happy birthday. But when I posted the video, they said her birthday is in December. So why is he wishing her happy birthday if her birthday's in December? Maybe they got it wrong. Maybe they got it wrong. But I just want to let y'all know, I posted a short. It talked about each one of Diddy's children. And it talked about the youngest daughter's birthday is in December. But he wished her happy birthday this week. I don't know. Maybe they got it mixed up. So I'm just giving y'all a heads up. If that information was wrong in regards to the mixing up of the birthday of the 2-year-old. Welcome. Good morning, everyone. Press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. Thanks for subbing. Press 5 if you've been here before. Good morning. Good morning, Maryland. Thank you for subbing. Good morning, Seattle. Thank you, San Antonio. Oh no, what I'm saying makes a lot of sense. We're talking about what the news is saying. Be kind in the comments. We've been on this for the last 10 or 12 days. I have a lot of knowledge about what I'm talking about. And what I was just talking about was the daughter, and I did a short. So what are you saying? I'm not making no sense. I'm making plenty of sense. You've been timed out. Please. Okay, so let's see. And if you have your own page, go to your own page. Thanks for being here, everyone. Be kind in the comments or I will time you out. Be kind in the comments or I will time you out. So we just also talked about the new lawsuit in regards to the young lady that filed a complaint about Diddy in regards to her making a comment about Tupac, and unfortunately something transpired with her. That's the other thing we talked about. So thanks for being here, everyone. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know where you're watching from. Press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before and where you're watching from. Let's see.
Lawsuits. 4 of those filed so far are male accusers, and I was reading the details on the TMZ website, and wow, it's really graphic.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right, Shannon, and I'll be careful explaining these things. But he's facing so many. I mean, it seems like an endless amount of fights on an endless amount of fronts right now, and these are civil lawsuits, obviously, so these are not criminal charges. But he's sitting in a jail cell in Brooklyn right now on criminal charges and facing life in prison if convicted. These lawsuits are from an attorney named Tony Busby. He's been involved in a lot of big cases in the past. Deshaun Watson, Chris Brown, Travis Scott. So he knows his way around a big case. He represents these 4 men and men now, but in one case, a 16-year-old boy who says in 1998, when he was a teenager, he went to a white party. He was invited. He found himself in an occasion to be alone with Diddy. He says, and he claims that Diddy basically made him drop his pants and Diddy touched him and essentially called it a rite of passage to become a star in the music industry. And then
That's the concerning thing, where they were saying he was asked to drop the pants and something in regards to the rite of passage. No, the rite of passage is producing my music. The rite of passage is you keeping your hands to yourself. The rite of passage is if you don't want to produce my music, send me to someone else that can help me or assist me. Touching me should not be the rite of passage. I'm sorry. People in the music industry, people that are artists, musicians, actors, actresses, whatever, models, anybody, they should not have to deal with being touched by somebody that have issues inside their head. Some of these cases, what we're hearing, a lot of people have very, very, very similar comments concerning Diddy. They do. And a lot of them sound very familiar. They do. Let's continue to listen. Thanks for being here, everyone. Press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here and where you're watching from. Thanks for being here. Let's continue to play the clip.
It just seemingly gets worse from there. I mean, allegations of sexual assault, ranging from 1998 to October of 2021, and these men, in many cases have a similar story. One guy says, "Hey, 2008, I find myself." He said, "I worked for Echo, the clothing line," and Sean Diddy had Sean John. He said, "We were at the Macy's stockroom, the flagship store in Manhattan," and he says that he was pistol whipped by somebody who was.
Now, remember, this guy said he was at Macy's stockroom, and he was hit upside the head. And then he did ask for Macy's to give him the tape, release that to the police, and they did not want to do so. My goodness. That's all alleged. Now, whether that person also went to the police, went to the hospital, got DNA, and then there's proof of that, that's what we're hoping. But it's interesting how that's why when Mr. Busby said, if you were a part of it and you kept it a secret and you did not produce any information to the police, you're a part of this problem as well. That's why he said that. Let's finish with the clip. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Let's Talk About It Media 21. If I could please get 300 people to please subscribe so we get to 30K. Continue to please hit the like button. Double tap the screen. It's free, free, free. Hit the like above the video or below the video. We're at 24 likes. We should be at 200. Let's get the likes up. Double tap the screen to hit the like. Above the video or below the video. It's the thumbs up button. Let's get the likes to 100. Thank you for being here, everyone. Yes, we're at 25. Let's continue to get the likes up. Thank you for being here. Press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here. Welcome. Welcome, New Jersey. Welcome, New York. Welcome, NV, Reno, NV. I care because when people hit the like button, it pushes them out. It pushes me out into the algorithm. Go on your own page. I don't know where some of these people are coming from, but hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button. Yes, hitting the like button is free, free, free. Yes, it is. Thank you. Thank you. You're probably saying thank you because I timed that person out. Stop begging for likes. I have no problem begging because we've had several people tuning in over the last 7 days. We've had thousands and thousands of people tuning in. So I have no problem asking. If you don't ask, people don't know. Hello, San Diego. Welcome, welcome. Go to your own page. We only like kind and respectful people over here. I don't get distracted too easy, so I won't be paying attention to the foolery. We're going to get to the rest of the clip. Thanks for being here, everyone. Thanks for being here. Thank you for all that have subscribed. Continue to please subscribe. Thank you, everyone.
With Diddy, and then that he was sexually assaulted and raped, and it's really, really ugly stuff. Diddy, for his part, last night came out, Shannon, and said, "I never sexually assaulted anybody, man or woman, child or adult." But I mean, he's the most targeted person in the world, or perhaps there's something to these allegations. He hasn't been convicted of anything at this point, for whatever that's worth.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens. We know that there could be more victims on the way. You mentioned Texas attorney. Tony Busby, who says there will be more. Of course, as you mentioned, Diddy is denying all that.
Now, allegedly, there's more lawsuits that's coming out. Diddy's team has made statements that he has never touched anybody that's 16, and the allegations against him are false. So that's what Diddy's team has said. They have made a statement. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, we are kind over here. Other pages, they do what they do, but we're kind over here. I have no problem timing somebody out. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome, welcome. Press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before. I'm not defending nobody. Are you kidding me? We've been going hard for 10, 12 days. I'm saying a judge or jury will have to decide any wrongdoing. I don't defend nothing that this person has done. Are you kidding me? No way. Like the video, like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone. There's a lot of new people here. Hello, Florida. There's a lot of new people in here. Welcome, welcome. I appreciate everyone for being here. Hello, Illinois. Welcome, welcome. Oh, okay. Yesterday was your first day. Thank you for being back. I appreciate you. Welcome to Jersey. Welcome, Alabama. Welcome. I think that's Oregon. Welcome, welcome. So the lawsuits continue to pile up. They do. And you figure some of the civil cases are going to have to wait until this trial. But they still want to put their civil lawsuits out. Good morning, Alabama. Good morning, Oregon. Good morning, Canada. So like the video as you guys come in. We're trying to get to 30K. You got to remember, my channel only had 3,000 subscribers. We're almost at 30K. We're almost at 30K in like 15 days. Those numbers are so amazing to me. And you got to figure, I had 2 months off over the summertime. I was going to have a great time over the summer. And I came back and it's been great. Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great morning. I hope everyone's having a great morning.
The accuser is named Ashley Parham, and she has agreed to allow her name to be made public. Let's be real clear about that. She is going public with her name. She says that in February of 2018, she met a man named Shane Pierce at a bar, and that Shane FaceTimed Diddy outside of the bar.
Like the video, fair use.
Ashley Parham says that she told both Shane and Diddy on FaceTime that she wasn't impressed. And this is important. She says she believed that Diddy had something to do with the murder of Tupac.
Yes, thank you. I'm definitely trying to get to 30K for sure. From 3,000 to 30K in 15 days, that's amazing. I've been going hard. Sometimes I make sure I spend my quality time with family. They don't play about me. They don't play about me. And I injured my back, and I still been pushing hard for the last 3 days. I am 10 times better. My back is better. I can move. I was sleeping up in my chair for 2 days. I finally was able to sleep in the bed for the last 2 days. So I still been going hard with a back issue. Do you know how hard it is having a back issue? You can't fall asleep. You can't bend down. You can't touch your toes. I've been in so much pain. I've still been going hard. And we were getting millions of views for days. But then I had to just kind of cut back a little bit. But I still had to keep you up to date on what's going on. We talk Diddy. We talk trending topics, hot topics. We cover it all. That's why people are subscribing. And that's why I appreciate everyone for being here. For sure. Yes, my family's like, wow, you had 3,000 subscribers last month. Now you're at 30K. So yeah, you got to ask people to subscribe. You got to tell people to hit the like button because it's free, free, free. And it pushes me out into the algorithm. I still been producing my shorts. Some people can't watch the long form. Yeah. Yeah, the back pain has been serious. I was in tears almost every day. It is nothing like it. It's just, it's horrible. It's horrible. But I am like so much better. I can drive. I can sleep in my bed. I am so much better. So yeah. And there's been a lot of great people that's been supporting me, helping me, checking on me. Yeah, it hasn't been easy. And those 3 days when I was in so much pain, I was still doing my videos. Okay, so we're about to get to this other clip. Don't forget to subscribe. We have 200 and some people in the room. Please subscribe. Please turn on your notification bell. Please hit the like button. Double tap the screen. Hit the thumbs up above or below. It's free, free, free to hit the like button. Yeah, Cat Williams told us. Cat Williams. Well, see, remember how Cat Williams has said that people tell him stuff. And there's a lot of people that know what the industry has been doing. And the industry needed to be exposed for their weird ways. Hollywood. These artists should be able to produce music without feeling like they have to do something that's going to make them uncomfortable. Let's get to the video.
Shakur, and said as much. Allegedly, Diddy warned her that she would pay for saying something like that. So let's just fast forward now a month later, where she says this guy Shane invited her to come to his apartment. And the lawsuit says, quote, plaintiff and defendant Shane then began to watch a movie, and defendant Shane offered her a glass of water, which he retrieved and brought back to the plaintiff. A few minutes later, Ashley Parham says that P. Diddy showed up with an entourage, including his top aide, Christina Coram, an unnamed woman who is not a defendant in the suit, and 3 unnamed men, one of whom she says was Diddy's driver, and Parham says that driver waited outside throughout the whole of what I'm about to tell you. Parham says that Diddy was antagonistic from the start, and that he put a knife to her face. And now this is where I start reading directly from the complaint. Defendant Shane then partially undressed plaintiff, and then defendant Diddy removed the remainder of plaintiff's clothing, removing the knife from her face, and then retrieved a bottle of liquid from a large fanny pack. Defendant Diddy then squirted a bottle of liquid on plaintiff, which placed her in fear that she was being squirted with a chemical substance like acid. Plaintiff soon realized the substance was an oil/lubricant. Plaintiff was squirted with this liquid substance all over the entirety of her naked body. Defendant KK was then told by defendant Diddy to insert what looked like a syringe from sterile packaging into plaintiff's vagina. Defendant KK did that, and then told defendant Diddy that she was unable to use the IUD because it had prematurely been released from its packaging. An IUD is a birth control device. Defendant Diddy, upset by this, took the so-called syringe from defendant KK and tried inserting it into plaintiff's vagina instead. Defendant KK began to argue as defendant KK continued to advise defendant Diddy that since the IUD had been prematurely released from its packaging, there was no way they could insert it into plaintiff's vagina effectively. Defendant Diddy heeded the advice of defendant KK and removed the syringe from plaintiff's vagina and handed it to defendant KK. Defendants KK and Jane Doe then exited defendant Shane's residence, leaving the plaintiff alone with defendants Diddy, Shane, and Doe's number 1 and 2. Defendant Diddy then picked up a television remote that was near to plaintiff and violently inserted it into plaintiff's vagina. While violently raping plaintiff with the television remote.
This new lawsuit case is, oh my goodness. I don't even know if they're going to monetize this one. Okay, everybody. This new lawsuit case is serious. She mentioned Tupac. Diddy got mad, and he basically told her, you going to pay for that comment that you made about Tupac. Now, you got to remember, it's also alleged that Diddy has an alleged picture of Tupac's on his chest. Where they do that at? So if Tupac family feels that they can look into it, they should. You got to remember, Keefe D is currently in jail. You got to remember some of the bodyguards of ex-bodyguards of Diddy said they saw a check in regards to I'm gonna be general. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If y'all been here, y'all been here. So with everything that the bodyguards of Diddy have spoken about, that's why Tupac's family want to investigate if he had something to do with the passing. Now, some people will say Tupac's not passed, he's still around. No. Tupac's mother would have not did the interview she did, looked the way she looked if he was still around. In any of these cases, I've listened to people talk about the transcripts about Tupac, talk about the transcripts about Biggie. That's what some people really need to dig into, those transcripts, because those transcripts are going to let you know who spoke to the police and what was talked about. The interviews that was with the police and what was talked about, those transcripts go really deep. And maybe Tupac's family heard about the transcripts and maybe they didn't know all that was said and who was interviewed and what was said. So I don't blame Tupac's family for looking into it. They say that too. They say that too, Brian. They do. And that's the concerning part. In regards to whatever happened with Tupac, whatever happened with Biggie was a huge issue. And they didn't want to be sued. The police department didn't want to be sued. A lot of that stuff was in the transcripts. So if you're in court, you're hearing what's being said in court. But if you're not listening to the transcripts and in regards to the people's, the police reports and who spoke to the police, that's where it's at. When I listen to that person talk about the transcripts, my mouth dropped. It's like, okay, everything's right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I will say this, praying for the victims, praying for the alleged victims. But a judge jury is going to have to let us know what really happened. A lot of these stories are very similar. A lot of these stories are very concerning. A lot of these stories is like him, a bodyguard, him with somebody else in the studio. And it's alleged. But if those people went to the police and to the hospital and they got DNA, you got to remember there's an alleged 120 victims. 120. Can I say something though? Let's talk about this. How is it that nobody has talked about whether they got pregnant by? You know what I'm saying? So did they wear something? That's the one thing a lot of people aren't saying, that they accidentally got pregnant by or they had to get rid of. I think there's only one case though. You know what I mean? So I'm going to have to look into that. Why is it that only, and I'm sure during the trial we'll hear more about that. And if there was like a person that had to, you know what I mean? I have to be careful. I have to be careful what I say. But that's something I want to know about. If people were grabbed and taken advantage of, did any of these, many of women alleged, did they ever get pregnant? We knew about the other lawsuit that the young lady had said she was, and Diddy did not like that she was, and there was some harassment to get rid of. Yeah, so I'm praying for the alleged victims. 6 new lawsuits, and then another one just came out this week. That's a lot. That's a lot. I don't know if I want to keep playing this clip because that was too graphic. Like the video, like the video. Now, as we know, they're saying that allegedly the baby oil might have been laced. I thought we would have found that out from the trial. But many people were saying, was it laced? Like the video, like the video. Let's see. We have 400 and something in here watching. Press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before and where you're watching from. We have 400 and something in the building. If I could please get 400 people to please subscribe and turn on your notification bell. Yes, I do see that the subscriber list has gone up. So I thank you all for being here. I really do. Okay, let's see. Hello, Cali. Hello, Baltimore. Hello, London. A lot of new people in the morning. Thank you for being here, everyone. Hello, Belgium. Hello, South Africa. Hello, CT. Hello, Detroit. Yeah, so if it's something that's spiked in the drink, or if there is concerns with the baby oil and people not being able to use their people not being able to move is so concerning to me. Hello, London. Hello, New Jersey. Hello, Cape Town. Like the video, like the video. Press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. If I could please make sure all the new people are subscribing. Subscribe and make sure you turn on your notification bell. Hello, Massachusetts. Hello, Stanford. And that's the biggest thing I say all the time. What does this driver know? What did his business partners know? What did the chef know? What did the cleaning people know? Hello, Cali or San Francisco. Yeah, it's just a lot. What did his children see? What did they experience? I don't know. A lot of the cases that we're hearing, they're so similar. Hello, Arizona. Hello, Fort Wayne. Good morning, everyone. A lot of new people, and thank you for all that subscribe. Good morning. Yeah, in regards to, I didn't want to keep playing that because it was so graphic. Whether it was inserted or removed, I think she was trying to avoid being pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of the famous people are under non-disclosure agreements for sure. Hello, Texas. Hello, Texas. Good morning, everyone. And like we said before, super chats are welcome. That's the box with the $sign. Super chats are welcome. I try and pay attention to the comments, but I can't see them all because I'm pulling up information for you guys. So press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here and where you're watching from. I talk Diddy, hot topics, trending topics. I pretty much go live in the morning and sometimes at night, depending on if the family lets me. But also, if you did not know, Diddy's team want the names to be released. All the John Does, Jane Does, his team wants those names released. Like the video, like the video. Let me know where you're watching from. Let's still get the likes to 100. Double tap the screen. It's free, free, free. Hit the thumbs up above the video or below the video. We're at 53. We should already be at 100. And are you guys surprised about all these lawsuits? And where we're getting this from, the neighborhood talk is the one that's saying Diddy allegations used the baby oil that was lace, allegedly. That was from the neighborhood talk from yesterday. So that's why people are talking about that. Now, whether that's true or false, a judge jury will have to tell us if it was tested. So I can't confirm or deny, but many people have wondered. And I'm sure we'll find out if there is a trial that's going to start May 2025. We're going to find out if it was. We're going to have to find out through, a chemist if that was really true or false. But why would they confiscate that many bottles of baby oil? R.I.P. to Liam Payne. He passed away. I did do a video regarding that. It's basically saying here Diddy's lawyers demand his latest SA cases accuser revealed their identity. He don't like when people don't want to tell their identity. Let's see. Hot topics, trending topics. If you did not check out, yeah, see, some are saying that they've confirmed it, but how? I don't know. I'm not certain where they're getting that it's confirmed. I'm just seeing that they're saying that that's allegedly true, that the baby oil has the GHB. And if that's true, then I'm sure Diddy's team is going to be mad that that's been leaked. Let's see. And you figure out of the 120 cases, only 6 have said something. So there may be more lawsuits next week, and the week after that, and the week after that. Civil lawsuits. And those civil lawsuits might also be a part of, his trial. Allegedly, possibly, not legal advice. And Macy is hit with a lawsuit because of allegedly what that employee dealt with being in the stock room. So let's switch over to a few hot topics, trending topics. Let's see. It's sad what Safaree and Erica Mena are going through. If you did not see the video, go check out my short. It looks as if Safaree invited Erica over to pick up the children. Erica got extremely mad. There was another night Erica climbed the fence. We're going to listen to what he has to say. So we're going to switch over to this. And many people had said to Safaree, why not tell people what you're experiencing? Why not tell people what you're going through?
Sour and not working out, it's just not even realistic to deal with. Text a naked picture.
Okay.
Going sour and not working out.
This is Safaree.
Not even realistic to deal with. I saw somebody say one time when I totally felt it, and if you're a father, I know you could relate to this. And it's like when you're dealing with a woman who makes you being a parent, they just make it so hard. It is so draining dealing with someone who's trying to draw you out, someone who wants a reaction from you, someone who talks about you nonstop because they want a reaction. This is not about money. This is not about child support. My kids love me.
It almost looks as if Safaree has been dealing with a lot with Erica Mena. And I posted the video in regards to Erica climbing the fence. I posted that video. He almost is basically like saying, we try to just, be cool. And anytime I try and be cool with her, there's always some drama, some issues. So
it's just so jarring to me when it comes to being a father in a co-parenting situation where somebody wants to have full control of every single thing and they can't have control.
This is Safaree talk about Erica Mena.
An easy transition. I have to put myself first because I'm either going to end up
Dot.
or worse because I'm dealing with someone whose anger management is just non-existent. And when you have children with somebody who at the end of the day, it shouldn't even have happened, because I should have just noticed that this deadbeat narrative is just so jarring to me. When it comes to being a father in a co-parenting situation where...
Some people are telling Safaree he needs to get full custody. She's coming into his home, damaging his house, outside, inside, and she's alleged climbing a fence, trying to get into his house, banging on the door. So concerning.
You know, when you're with someone for 3 years and they have a child, and you probably saw the child 3 to 4 times because the child was put off to go live with somebody else. Well, you kind of look past it when you don't have kids or you're not thinking about that. I never even was like, yo, why doesn't it live here? And then when you finally get to have a conversation with the son and find out why, it's crazy. You know, imagine speaking to a child who's of age and knows what's going on. He's 16 years old, and he says to parenting, you know, when you're with someone for 3 years and they have a child.
So he's basically was trying to figure out why her other child wasn't living with her. If this video goes to protective services, Erica could literally have an issue with being around those children. If they see what she's doing inside his home, that could be so concerning, y'all. Next clip.
So I wouldn't make that up. I kind of just looked past certain things and thought that, you know, maybe I could help and make things better.
He was trying to things better. Like the video, press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from, press 5 if you've been here before and where you're watching from. There's 300 people in the room. If I could please get 300 people to please subscribe and turn on the notification bell. If you've already subscribed, thank you. Let's continue to listen to Safaree talk about Erica Mena.
I wouldn't make that up. I kind of just looked past certain things and thought that, you know, maybe I could help and make things better. But when you aren't with somebody and it doesn't work out, and the two of you are just like in a weird space and everything is a fight, especially in front of the kids, like, I'm not going to subject myself to that. My kids have never, ever seen me upset. My kids have never heard me yell.
... It looks as if, and whether this is a transfer of the kids, someone outside of Safaree having Erica let somebody else pick the kids up, or Erica's picking the kids up from someone else, and Eric
And thought that, you know, maybe I could help and make things better.
Next clip. It looks as if Erica now has retrieved the kids and she's in the car with the kids. She picked the kids up from someone outside of Safaree. Now, Safaree had said he has tried to file a protection order, but then he wanted to go to one of the kids' birthday party. And they were like, well, okay, you must not be that scared of her. You went to the birthday party. He said he felt bad because he probably shouldn't have went and he would have got that protection order. This is a mess. He said from now on, he wants to make sure that there is either police there for him to pick up his kids, but different cities or states, they have a protection area where you can go to courts and they have a way where you pick up the kids or transfer the kids in a way where you don't have to see a parent. There is that ability to do that because they want to make sure that the kids are in each other's life. But a lot of people are saying Safaree may need to get the kids permanently. He says he tried to be cool with her. He tried to communicate with her. One day he had said, yeah, you know, she had said, I'm tired. Safaree, and I'd rather come on over, pick the kids up. That way I don't have to deal with it later. He was like, oh, okay, come on over, pick the kids up. And it just went haywire. So he said he's tried to be cool with her. He's tried to be, cordial with her. But she just sparks and loses it.
Everything is just done off of spite and being malicious intent.
Allegedly.
On the other end, me, I don't move like that. I don't live like that. When I was filming Love and Hip Hop, Miami, and I had my kids here, calling, where the kids at? What are you doing? Oh, you better not be filming with the kids. Oh. First of all, I've never filmed with the kids ever by myself on Love and Hip Hop. They're not a part of my storyline. That doesn't make sense to me. I'm not gonna be in the park pushing the kids, playing. Oh yeah, like of course they wanted to see me film with them, but both parents have to sign off on that. Maji's room, ain't no deadbeat doing this.
He's showing the kids' room.
My daughter's room is bigger than some adults' rooms, and it's just so insane to me how people just, oh yeah, you're a deadbeat. Yo, I know, like everything is.
So that's the Erica Mena and Safaree situation. There's a lot going on there. He has to do whatever he has to do to protect himself. And he did say a few times he's had to call the police, and the police is on the other end to protect himself. She's at my house losing it, and she was throwing stuff all around all around his house. That's a lot too. Like the video. There's 300 and something in the building. If I could please get 300 people to please subscribe and turn on the notification bell, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. And this clip is he also talked about Safaree talked about putting the children in like a summer program, which is good because they get to play with other kids, learn different skills. He said he paid almost $2,000 for the children to be at summer school. And Erica got mad about that. And they were supposed to be there for almost a month or something. And Erica pulled them out. The kids were only in summer school for like 3 days. So Safaree's saying anything he tries to do for the kids, Erica Mena doesn't like it. So, of course, I'm sure he probably couldn't get his money back trying to put them in summer school. And it's not like I didn't want to be around my kids. Summer school is probably 2-3 hours. And then you drop them off, you pick them up. It's not like an all-day 5 to 6 hour thing. Some programs maybe. But he says anything he do for the kids, Erica don't like. There's always alleged some kind of conflict. But prayers to Safaree and Erica. My goodness, that's a lot. In this clip, it's saying which celebrities attended Diddy's parties. A lot of them have. This clip coming from Hollywood Life is saying which celebrities attended Diddy's white parties. A lot of celebrities have. And some of them would be outside. Some situations might be inside. There's a lot going on in regards to Diddy and Kanye. Yep. Like the video. Okay. Press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. Press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before, where you're watching from. Let's continue to get the likes up, everyone. We're at 66 likes. We should be at 100. We should have been at 100 an hour ago. Let's get the likes to 100. Double tap the screen. Hit the thumbs up above the video, below the video. We're at 66. We're at 67. Double tap the screen. It's free. They made it easy. Double tap the screen. Hit the thumbs up above the video, below the video. Let's get the likes to 100. We're at 67. We're at 68. Let's continue to get the likes up. We're at 68. We're at 69. Double tap the screen. Hit the thumbs up above the video or below the video. I thank everyone for being here. I appreciate everyone for being here. Like the video, like the video. We're at 76. Continue to hit the like button. Double tap the screen. Hit the thumbs up above the video, below the video. Hello, Iowa. Hello, Detroit. Hello, Chicago. Press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here. Welcome, welcome. We're at 77. Continue to hit the like button. Double tap the screen. Hit the thumbs up above the video, below the video.
In 2018, she met a man at a bar. This is happening in the Bay Area. The man tried to impress her by FaceTiming Diddy. She was not impressed, and she said that she thought he had something to do with unalive Ashley Parham. In 2018, she met a man at a bar. This is happening in the Bay Area. The man tried to impress her by FaceTiming Diddy. She was not impressed, and she said that she thought he had something to do with unaliving Tupac. Diddy was super offended and told her she would pay for that. A month later, the man she'd met invited her to come through his place, and shortly after she arrived, Diddy showed up with a bunch of people. It was a trap.
It was a trap, y'all. He said she was gonna pay for one, her not being impressed. Two, if he had something to do with regarding Tupac. Welcome, Cleveland. Welcome, Houston. Welcome, Michigan. Welcome, Connecticut. Welcome, London. Welcome, Florida. Please make sure everyone's subscribing so we can get to 30K. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I appreciate you all being here. Yes, the subscriber list is definitely going up. Welcome, Florida. Let's continue with the clip.
Come through his place, and shortly after she arrived, Diddy showed up with a bunch of people. It was a trap. She said Diddy threatened her, pulled off her clothes, and then poured baby oil all over her body. Now, this is the first time that I've heard of him doing that, and him doing that in this story led to her feeling incapacitated, and later he alludes to there being horse tranquilizer in her.
Allegedly.
So baby oil is a way for him to transfer secretively, furtively, the chemicals that will incapacitate you. So it's not just a drink, it's not just a smoke. He can put the baby oil on you and have you lose control of your body. This is insane.
Allegedly.
Once she was incapacitated, Diddy took over. He violated her with a TV remote. He
Allegedly.
violated her himself. 2 or 3 other men violated her. I mean, actually, Parham. In 2018, she met a man.
So this is the most recent lawsuit. Welcome. Thanks for subscribing. Welcome, Cali. Welcome, Texas. Welcome, Chicago. Well, I have to say allegedly. I'm going to protect my page as much as I can. I'm not like other pages. I try to be considerate. I try and say allegedly. I try and say a court, a judge, a jury is going to have to decide any wrongdoing. I'm not dumb. Welcome, Canada. Press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here, where you're watching from. Good morning, Paris. Guess who's doing better? Woo, woo. Guess who's doing better? Woo, woo. Yes, Paris, I am doing so much better. I can get around. I'm so happy. I am the allegedly queen. You don't like it? Don't be here, because I will say allegedly constantly. Huh. I am not dumb. I am the allegedly queen. Yes, I am. Yes. My page has always said that. Thank you for subbing, Rodney. I appreciate you. Oh, I talk a lot. Yes, I do. Go to your page. How much you talk? How many subscribers you got? I don't play over here. Welcome, welcome. Be kind in the comments. I will time you out. Press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here. Yeah, so we're about to listen to that clip again. Welcome, everyone. Yeah, this is not the first time we've heard this accusation. And that's the sad part. A lot of the stories sound very similar. Welcome, Texas. Welcome, Australia. Good morning. Welcome, Haiti. Welcome, Maryland. Welcome, Tampa. Welcome, Texas. Yes, I'm feeling so much better. Oh, my goodness. It was a struggle. The struggle was real. I'm going to continuously talk. Okay.
She met a man at a bar. This is happening in the Bay Area. The man tried to impress her by FaceTiming Diddy. She was not impressed, and she said that she thought he had something to do with unaliving Tupac. Diddy was super offended and told her she would pay for that. A month later, the man she'd met invited her to come through his place, and shortly after she arrived, Diddy showed up with a bunch of people. It was a trap.
Sad.
She said Diddy threatened her, pulled off her clothes, and then
Dot.
baby oil all over her body. Now, this is the first time that I've heard of him doing that, and him doing that in this story led to her feeling incapacitated and...
Yeah, Paris, they are talking about that they have tried to confirm that it's GHB. And some people are mad that that got out. Yep. Because we're hearing a lot of... And you got to remember, if it's... What are they doing? They packaging it and they're wearing gloves and they're spraying it on people's body. How are they not going limp? How is their body not going limp? So they must be making sure they package it a certain way so they don't get that baby oil on them. So do you got a person that's, you know what I'm saying, handling the baby oil allegedly with care and gloves?
Diddy showed up with a bunch of people. It was a trap. She said Diddy threatened her, pulled off her clothes, and then poured baby oil all over her body. Now, this is the first time that I've heard of him doing that, and him doing that in this story led to her feeling incapacitated, and later he alludes to there being horse tranquilizer in her. So the baby oil is a way for him to transfer secretively, furtively, the chemicals that will incapacitate you. So it's not just a drink.
Crazy.
It's not just a smoke. He can put the baby oil on you and have you lose control of your body.
Crazy.
This is insane. Once she was incapacitated, Diddy took over. He violated her with a TV remote. He violated her himself.
Crazy.
2 or 3 other men violated her. I mean,
crazy. Crazy. That's all alleged. The guy that voiced that he is the reporter that was interviewing Diddy a few times. This guy that we just heard was the reporter that sent his relative or friend over there to work for Diddy. And Diddy said, come and be with me, alleged for the night, or you're going to lose your job. That person said, no, thank you. This internship is over. He didn't tell his cousin for years. And then he finally told him what transpired between him and Diddy, and he quit. Yeah, I'm wondering I'm wondering, Paris, they're saying it's alleged the GHB, or it might be a combination. We don't know. But see, now more and more people are talking about the GHB for sure. So some might have had the GHB, some might have had the tranquilizer. You know, once you're incapacitated, you don't know if they've injected you with some kind of tranquilizer as well. A hallucinogenic, yeah, whatever that word is. It's just sad that more and more people are talking about recently, this is what it was. And can I say something? Why is he alleged doing that to people? Some say the package is small and he don't want people talking about his package being small. And then they're saying that you're not able to move, and then you're kind of out of it for hours. It's so scary. So scary. That's why he tried so hard to get out. He knew what he was allegedly doing. That's why he tried so hard to get out. He knew what was going to be reported from the civil lawsuits. Alleged. Sad. Could you imagine? You're going to hang out with a guy you know, and then all of a sudden Diddy pops up with a bunch of men and they spraying baby oil and you can't move? What? Where'd they do that at? Okay. Like the video, like the video. We have 600 in the room. If I could please get 600 people to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Let's continue to get the likes up. We're almost at 100. Hitting the like button is free, free, free. Double tap the screen. Hit the thumbs up above the video, below the video. Like the video, like the video.
There are no misconceptions about me.
This is Diddy.
They're gonna be shutting them down. They're gonna probably be arresting me.
I started the Lamborghini for a day or two. And he got access to the
This is some of Diddy's resurfaced videos, everyone. Like the video, like the video. Press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before. Let's continue to hit the like button.
misconception about you. There are no misconceptions about me.
You're gonna hear about my party. They're gonna be shutting them down. They're gonna probably be arresting me.
I started the Lamborghini for a day or two. And he got access to the house. And he knows better than be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television. Everything ain't for everybody.
There's a lot of talk going on with you arranging Chris and Rihanna getting back together. You want to talk about that?
If I could be there as a friend during hard
And boy, did we not know. Him trying to help Chris Brown and Rihanna. And then you had your own situation with Cassie.
There's a lot of talk going on with you arranging Chris and Rihanna getting back together. You want to talk about that?
If I could be there as a friend during hard times, then I'm gonna be there as a friend.
So who was with you this weekend? A bunch of my friends.
Now we're about to hear Chloe talk about hanging out with the diddler. Welcome, Texas, my girl Paris. Welcome, Canada. Like the video, like the video. Welcome, New Jersey. Sorry if I missed a few. Welcome, welcome.
You want to talk about that?
If I could be there as a friend during hard times, then I'm gonna be there as a friend.
So who was with you this weekend? A bunch of my friends. Diddy, Quincy,
Like, comment,
Justin
subscribe.
Bieber. Well, this party, I think half the people there were butt naked. You would have loved it. A lot of multiple nominees, multiple Grammy nominees this year. Lauryn Hill's got 4, TLC's got 8, and Sean Combs 5 to 10. I don't need to be mean because, I mean, he's a nice guy and he can really sing. Oops!
What's one misconception about you? There are no misconceptions about me.
You're gonna hear about my party. They're gonna be shutting them down. They're gonna probably be arresting me.
I started the Lamborghini for a day or two. And he got access to the house.
That's the one biggest thing. Whenever Diddy would do these interviews or hanging around kids, why wasn't his kids with him? Why is it that he's doing the interviews? He's trying to hang out with Justin. Where were your own kids? It would only seem natural that you would want your children to be hanging around Justin, but it's you. So it's almost like he liked the attention, and it's not like they're here to talk with my child or hang out with my child. Diddy like doing interviews where he's getting the attention. Why are you on stage with Justin constantly? Why are you trying to show Justin your Lamborghinis? Why isn't it you and your child with Justin? You know what I'm saying? Why isn't one of your children on the stage while you're doing this interview? He liked the attention. And a lot of his interviews are not faring well. They're not.
There's a lot of talk going on with you arranging Chris and Rihanna getting back together. You want to talk about that?
If I could be there as a friend during hard times, then I'm gonna be there as a friend.
So who was with you this weekend? A bunch of my friends. Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber. Oh, this party? I think half the people there were butt naked. You would have loved it.
So is Chloe saying that that's what she was doing too? All comments are alleged. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like the video as you guys are in. There's 435 people in the room. Can I please get 400 people to subscribe? We're trying to get to 30K. We're trying to get to 30K. We're almost at 100 likes. Double tap the screen, hit the thumbs up above the video, below the video.
People there were butt naked. You would have loved it. A lot of multiple nominees, multiple Grammy nominees this year. Lauryn Hill's got 4, TLC's got 8, and Sean Combs 5 to 10. I don't need to be mean because, I mean, he's a nice guy and he can really sing. Oops!
What's one misconception about you?
So these resurfaced videos are interesting. Let's listen to Diddy's lawyer.
Hold him without bail. No bail. No bail.
We're appealing it.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're appealing the decision.
Thank you, George, for my first super chat for today. Thank you, George. I really appreciate you. Thank you for my first super chat. Best channel in the latest news. I appreciate that. I go hard trying to pull information. When I'm supposed to be in bed, I'm clicking videos, saving videos. I'm watching law pages for what we need to listen to. And I know how to shut down too. I know how to shut down. Netflix, watching movies, chilling, spending time with family, going to the gym, relaxing. I know how to shut down. But I know how to pull information. So I thank you for that, George. My first super chat from George. Thank you. Paris is another good one. She good for sending me super chats. I love Paris. So I'm just letting y'all know Paris is a member. She sent super chats. So a lot of times you'll see me responding to Paris before I respond to anybody. So yeah, people kind of get mad, but you guys are okay. I respond to Paris as much as I can see it. I try and respond. She knows if I'm not responding, I'm pulling up information and I'm searching through stuff because I have to say, I was like, okay, I've heard that one. I can play that tape. Like the video, like the video. Let's get the likes to 100. We're almost there. We're at 96. Double tap the screen, hit the thumbs up above the video or below the video. We're almost at 100. Yeah, I try and bring y'all to TTT for sure. We talk hot topics, trending topics, all that. Okay, we're about to listen to his lawyer.
We're appealing it.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're appealing the decision to hold him without bail. Tomorrow at 3:30. 3:30, same place.
So that's last week.
Holmes is a fighter. He's gonna fight this to the end. He's innocent.
Maybe 2 weeks ago.
He came to New York to establish his innocence. He's not afraid. He's not afraid of the charges. There's nothing that the government said in their presentation today that changes anyone's mind about anything. He's been looking forward to this day. He's been looking forward to clearing his name, and he's going to clear his name. And we're going to stand by his side as he does. We believe in him wholeheartedly. He didn't do these things. This was a 10-year relationship. There's no coercion. There's no crime. There's basically just, you know, someone who brought a civil case and now is finding themselves as a witness in a criminal case.
So he's basically talking about Cassie, about their 10-year relationship. But you see that the courts have shut his lawyer down from speaking because there's all these civil lawsuits. And all his lawyer can say is that Mr. Combs continues to say he is innocent. Like the video, like the video. We're almost at 100 likes. Double tap the screen, hit the thumbs up above the video, below the video. There's 366 in the room. If I could please get 300 people to please subscribe. Many are subscribing today. I want to get to 30K. I hope I can get to 30K soon. But continue to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification. I'm watching a picture. I used to show y'all stuff, but then my videos be getting some different stuff and YouTube don't be playing with me. I used to show y'all different stuff, what I would see. And I'm looking at a picture right now with Diddy and some of his friends, and the bars are coming down in front of their face. Right now I'm looking at a picture in regards to, remember when Kim and Courtney got into it? Kim's something else. Kim is also using North to distract away from all that's going on. Another picture I'm looking at is saying Diddy's calling. Will you accept or will you ignore? That's the other thing. I'm wondering how much visitation he gets with his family. Okay, we're about to listen to Diddy and Young Miami. Baby.
I done did some shit. At your mama house with a bad tunnel, come outside. And then we went to Love Island. Love Island was lit.
We listening to Diddy and Young Miami probably about a year ago.
At your mama house with a bad tunnel, come outside. And then we went to Love Island. Love Island was lit. Yeah. That's my favorite island. I want to go back. Yeah. You can take me back. I'll take you back. Mm-hmm. No problem. Love that. Go to exotic locations. We have great times. Mm. Go to strip clubs.
Yeah, this is Diddy and Young Miami talking. How much does she know? What did she see?
We have great times. Mm. Go to strip clubs. Church. I'm going to give it to you honest. I ain't trying to be lying, ducking, hiding, hurting nobody's feelings. You know, I look at myself like as a ringmaster.
A ringmaster. Talk about going to strip clubs and church. Boy, please. I cannot.
16-year-old.
This is Wendy and Diddy talking. And Wendy's talking to Diddy. And she was talking about, I have a 16-year-old. And then Diddy said, oh, I met him. So for Wendy's son to meet him, he must have came out of the dressing room to meet Diddy. You should have seen Wendy's face when he's
16-year-old. Who I met backstage was
Wendy was speechless. She was kind of like, you did? You met my son? Ooh wee.
She don't talk to him anymore.
A lot going on with Kanye too. Okay, you guys, there is a lot of women that's speaking out. And I'm cautious about playing their videos because some of these women are not a part of the alleged lawsuits. So there was a woman that spoke. She had a very colorful top. There's another young lady that's speaking out about the industry and what she experienced with the Holly Weird stuff. I'm going to say that. But there's a lot. There's a lot of people speaking out. A lot. And they're definitely talking about who's next.
Let's do it. Before we begin, how do I address you? You can call me Love. And you've referred to yourself differently over the years. So I gotta ask you, Huff, where did that come from? I can't tell you that. What's one misconception about you? There are no misconceptions about me. What's one thing you need every morning? I need a hug. I think it's all about love. By the way, whatever happened to that Farnsworth Bentley guy? Oh, Farnsworth is doing great.
Like the video.
Who's the one artist, living or dead, that you wish you can collaborate with? Michael Jackson. Why? Rest, do you know? Mm-hmm. Oh, there he is. Let's do it.
Like the video, like the video.
Let's do it. One Direction star Liam. She's a cunt.
This look is come shopping.
Real reason behind Rihanna's 8 years has finally been uncovered. What is she hiding? Since releasing her album Anti in 2016, Rihanna hasn't dropped. Real reason behind Rihanna's 8-year music hiatus has finally been uncovered. What is she hiding? Since releasing her album Anti in 2016.
I probably can't play that because her music might be playing after that. Everybody's heard LeBron saying ain't no party like a Diddy party. Watching a video of Diddy and French Montana, him wishing French Montana a happy birthday. His hair is like a kid in play. I'm also seeing, and I think I posted this on my short, a picture of Cassie, Diddy, Jay-Z, Beyonce, and then Kim. So what do some of these famous people know? Also, resurface some of Diddy's old clips in regards to him in movies. So concerning. Kind of creepy. Go look him up.
Your thoughts right now on the situation and the timing of this tragedy?
I mean, you know, he's just somebody that changed my life. You know what I'm saying? Somebody I always loved.
He talked about the passing of Michael Jackson. Like the video, like the video. There's been people that has gone into, let's see, inside Diddy abandoned mansion. There's some videos I can't talk about. Like the video, like the video. There's 400 people in the room. Can I please get 400 people to please subscribe and turn on your notification bell? Can I please get 400 people to turn on their, subscribe and turn on the notification bell? Like the video, like the video.
That's what she's supposed to do. But the apple don't fall far and protect her child. That's what she's supposed to do. But the apple don't fall far from the tree, man. You gotta realize that. You know, he didn't get all this from his daddy.
Like the video.
His daddy, even though they try to say his daddy was some big time drug dealer in the whole 9 yards. You understand? He didn't get this from his daddy. You gotta realize, man, you know, his mother had a modeling agency, and it was alleged that it was also ladies of the night, a prostitution ring too.
They talked about his mom. I gotta be cautious about that one because of music.
Backstage, she was.
As the mother of a now 16-year-old.
Who I met backstage, who was.
He did?
He's great young man.
Oh, thank you. You represent a lot.
Wendy was nervous as he met her child. Like the video, like the video. Praying for the victims, praying for Justin Bieber, for what he might have saw, might have heard. The industry, a lot of people are saying there's a lot going on. Like the video, like the video.
How many of those come back to be baby all? So my whole thing about it is that there was something in that other than baby all. And 9 times out of 10, if I would give it a wild guess, it was, and like some of the people told me, it was probably that GHB.
See, this is his ex-bodyguard talking about it. About 2 weeks ago, his ex-bodyguard said it's the GHB. And he read what it meant. So many people talked about it. Hello, everyone. Please continue to subscribe. Please continue to hit the like button. Can I please get 300 people to subscribe? We're trying to get to 30K. Let's continue with the video.
There was something in that other than baby oil. And 9 times out of 10, if I would give it a wild guess, it was, and like some of the people told me, it was probably that GHB. What's the, I think it's gamma hydrox, I don't know. It's gamma hydroxy butyric. What is it effect on the body? It's a euphoria, drowsiness, decreased anxiety, and memory impairment.
Memory impairment.
It works on the nervous system and gives you this feeling of euphoria. So they take that and rub it on it, and you forget who you are, what you're doing. And you forget who you are, what you're doing. And you forget who you are, what you're doing. And you forget who you are, what you're doing. And you forget who you are, what you're doing. And you forget who you are, what you're doing. And you forget who you are, what you're doing. And you forget who you are, what you're doing. And you forget who you are, what you're doing. And you forget who you are, what you're doing. And you forget who you are, what you're doing. And you forget who you are, what you're doing. And you forget who you are, what you're doing. And you forget who you are, what you're doing. And you forget who you are, what you're doing. And you forget who you are, what you're doing. And you forget who you are, what you're doing. And you forget who you are, what you're doing. And you forget who you are, what you're doing. And you forget who you are, what you're doing. And you forget who you are, what you're doing. And you forget who you are, what you're doing. And you forget who you are, what you're doing. And you forget who you are, what you're doing. And you forget who you are, what you're doing. And you for It can also give you memory loss. They got see.
This is Gene Dill, Diddy's ex-bodyguard. Baby.
Many of those come back to be baby all. So my whole thing about it is that there was something in that other than baby all. And 9 times out of 10, if I would give it a wild guess, it was, and like some of the people told me, it was probably that GHB. What's that? I think it's gamma hydrox is it's gamma hydroxy butyric. What is it effect on the body? It's a euphoria, drowsiness, decreased anxiety, and memory impairment. It works on the nervous system and gives you this feeling of euphoria. So they take that and rub it on it, and you forget who you are, what you're doing. It can also give you memory loss. They can see how many of those.
So that's his ex-bodyguard talking about that. So that's the biggest thing. What does his current bodyguards know in the last 10 years? Are they going to be subpoenaed? Will they have to take the stand? Were some of them part of the grand jury?
Nickname. Love is my real name. Okay. I just changed my name to Love. Sean Love Combs. That's what it says on my driver's license.
That's what it say on his driver's license. Why he changed his name? Why do so many famous people change their name? Just like Kanye. From Kanye West, which his children have his last name, to Ye. Now Diddy has a bunch of names. Sean John, Sean Combs, Diddy, now Love. He's saying that's what's on his driver's license.
Diddy had a sexual alleges that Jay-Z and Diddy had a
That
brings Will Smith into it. Brings Jada Pinkett Smith.
No, I ain't going there with that. Allege. This is him telling everybody you got to get your kids out of here. If child welfare comes in, I got nothing to do with it.
I think I made my point clear. So if child welfare come in here in 30 minutes, that's on y'all. My kids downstairs. 15 minutes, the kids have to go. Thank you very much. I think I made my point clear. So if child welfare come in here in 30 minutes, that's on y'all. My kids downstairs.
Back in the day, people used to say there's no way Diddy had any children at his parties.
The child welfare come in here in 30 minutes, that's on y'all. My kids downstairs. 15 minutes, the kids have to go. Thank you very much. I think I made my point clear. So if child welfare come in here in 30 minutes, that's on y'all. My kids downstairs.
Like the video. Let me know where you're watching from. Press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here, where you're watching from. There's 371 in the building. Can I please get 300 people to subscribe? We're trying to get to 30K. Last month, we had 3,000. Like the video.
Look, the story is about to blow your mind. All the talk has been about P. Diddy, but there's another Hollywood star that makes P. Diddy look like an angel. Garth Brooks might have the voice of an angel.
Garth Brooks also has his own allegation. I'm a hold off on playing that clip, because if it's a clip I think it is, I have to hold off. Because if that's the clip I heard 3 weeks ago before his announcement, I gotta say that. Let me see if that's, yep. Oh no. I'm glad I didn't play that. Garth Brooks has his own concerns, y'all. Look him up. Lamborghini. We talked about this last time. The Lamborghini.
Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Yeah, why is Big Brother Puff hanging out with children and not your children being with you and Justin? You know what I'm saying? Justin Bieber.
Blackmail.
Like the video, like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone. I appreciate you guys for being here. Yeah, Paris, I gotta hold off on that one. Woo! So I had heard it 2 days before, and then the announcement came out that he had a lawsuit against him. There's so many things I said about Garth in regards to as he tours. Yeah, I'll just say that way. Y'all remember when Diddy did the list and he had that young child on his lap and he was calling out the list of people that he was inviting to his party? There's going to be a lot of celebrities. We're going to be some situation we might be shocked about, and some of the situation we might not be shocked about. These celebrities are scared of what's about to be announced. I'm glad I paused that one too. Like the video, like the video. Thank you all for being here. And I thank all the ones that have subscribed. I appreciate it. This was a clip I did in regards to a short where Diddy is at a clothing store. And they said, yeah, you keep so busy. There must be like 1,000 of y'all. And then he goes to a back room and there's like about 100 clones back there. And he's like, all right, everybody, we've been found out. Scatter.
The Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television. Everything ain't for everybody. I'm in Lamborghini. That's nice.
Like the video, like the video. Thanks for tuning in.
This political party. I'm not gonna make no apologies for how much cake I get. That has empowered me, but I know once I get it, I'm going to fund the revolution. Oh, black nationalism.
Like the video, like the video.
Like, I'm blessed that I have the money to start this political party. I'm not gonna make no apologies for how much cake I get. That has empowered me, but I know once I get it, I'm going to fund the revolution. Oh, black nationalists. I'm unapologetically black. I have to take care of the tribe first. I cannot sit here and how you think I'm gonna be? I can't worry about nothing else. I love everybody. But right now, I gotta make moves and I gotta use my power for the advancement of black people because we last. All I gotta do is get to action. I don't care if you understand it, you don't understand it. I'm a warrior. I've been in head to head with these folks in corporate America. When they ask the question, is there systemic racism? And nobody answers the question. I'm like,
and if y'all did not notice the interview about Kamala Harris yesterday, just like everybody's been talking, she don't like to answer the questions. Kamala Harris will distract, not answer questions. Yesterday interview, she talked about Trump. She don't want people to know who she is. She don't want people to know what her policies are. So this is Diddy in a resurfaced video talking politics.
I don't care if you understand it. I'm a warrior. I've been in head to head with these folks in corporate America. When
Be kind in the comments. I will time you out. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Be kind in the comments.
So I can sit back here in the crib, but I'm not with it. I'm from that same block. I'm a frontliner. I'm with the smoker anytime, no matter where my address is at. We're in a war. This shit is not a fucking game. Everybody needs to wake up. I'm ringing the alarm. I'm having to start right now to organize and to come together, and so we can build our political army unapologetically for the things that matter to us.
Now, what matters to him right now, he in jail for all these alleged allegations. There's now another video of Aubrey O'Day saying how being with Diddy, she tried to be perfect.
Diddy for 6 years trained me to have to be perfect woman, because working for Diddy for 6 years trained me to have to be perfect.
Working for Diddy?
Absolutely.
I love Diddy. My Nizzle. You know he's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy. Is he a good guy?
I don't want to answer that question.
I think he's a good guy. I'm going to stick up for him.
That was a while ago. Like the video, like the video. Cat Williams did a stand-up talking about Diddy. Like the video. Let's continue to hit the like button. Please, if I can get 300 people to please subscribe. There's 418 in the building. We're trying to get to 30K. Please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. We're trying to get to 30K. We're about to play the clip from Cat Williams.
You know how many celebrities went to Diddy's house thinking they was finna dance? How does that feel? You a grown-ass man. You gotta leave Diddy party like that. You can't even sit down in the car.
Like the video, like the video. He says something, I had to skip that part. Welcome, St. Louis. Press 3 if you're new, where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before.
Can't roll the window down. You roll the window down. That breeze hit that.
Dot, 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 dot.
And start blowing and ships start sailing.
Cat Williams called it. Yes, I love me some Cat Williams. Sometimes it depends on, if I fall asleep with the TV on, they hate that, but sometimes it'll pop up. That Shannon Sharpe interview, I think he's probably at over 54 million for that interview, Cat Williams and Shannon Sharpe. He told us all lies will be exposed because there's so much talk about Hollyweird. Now, when Bow Wow complains that there's no party, yes, dude, there's been a shutdown. People are not wanting to join Diddy in this indictment. Yes, Bow Wow, there's less parties. There should be less parties. Like the video, like the video.
You know what I'm saying? Would you like to remind me a night of party? I don't really remember what I was saying. You know what I'm saying? Would you like a reminder? Yeah, sure. Play something.
This is him on the Breakfast Club. Not remember what he was saying or doing himself. Like the video, like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone.
You know what I'm saying? Would you like a reminder? Yeah, sure. Play something. Hey, yo, listen, yo, I love it all. I love it all, man. I like when you like this, Daddy. Where you put my bag? Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping.
He like when you scrambling and scraping.
That was you. Scrambling. You said, I like when you do it like that, Daddy. When you scrambling and scraping for shit. Hey, man. They had me a night of party.
So a night of party, he sometimes don't even remember. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's having a great afternoon. I posted a video when Diddy did a commencement speech and they had said the elderly's not even safe. That video got a lot of views. That video got a lot of views. Then we're about to see, I'm seeing the video where Cat Williams was with Usher and Diddy talking.
He used to wake up and, damn, pause. Like this, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to
Diddy saying when Usher was 10.
wake up and, damn, pause. Like this, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the frosted flakes because he used to always get up early. Yo, what the did Puff just say?
Sad. Like the video, like the video. Ooh wee, I don't know. Wait a minute. Uh-huh. That tea is gonna be saved for later. There's gonna be more information I'll just say this. There's gonna be more information that's gonna come out in regards to Diddy's business partners, Diddy's business managers, Diddy's business financial aid people, and who used to take care of his finances. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Because you have to remember, they talked about some of the workers getting paid and where that money was coming from to pay them. I'm going to be general because it's going to come out. It's going to come out. Like the video, like the video. There's 312 people in here. If I could please get 300 people to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Press 3. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're new, press 5 if you've been here and where you're watching from. Yes, some of the workers were paid, and that's being investigated. They're showing a picture of his they're showing a picture of his bed that's outside. I shouldn't call it a famous bed, but they're showing the picture of the bed that's outside. There's a concerning video that's out there of Justin Bieber being woozy. That might be because maybe he had his wisdom teeth pulled, possibly, because he was also pulling on his lip. And he was like, Justin, don't pull on your lip. Everyone knows when people have your wisdom teeth pulled, you act kind of silly or you're kind of out of it. You're saying different things. I'm wondering who recorded that. But they're also saying that Justin is keeping to himself and he's focused on his child, which he should be. Like the video, like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone. So that's the biggest thing. Who do you think is next? Who do you think is going to be subpoenaed? Who do you think was a part of the grand jury? Let's listen to this other clip.
in that other than baby oil.
We talked about that one. Right now, I'm seeing the same picture in regards to Jay-Z walking in with Diddy. It's at a party. They showing French Montana. I'm looking at the same picture. You know, who was allowed outside, who was allowed inside. Some of his closest friends, did they stay outside? Did they go inside? A lot of that's going to be a part of the transcripts. And then, like I told y'all in a video, allegedly sometimes he'll have his friends go to some of the girls, give them white shoes. They're allowed to go inside, and then they're able to see more inside than outside. So there's two different types of parties. So when some famous people say they didn't see nothing, they might not have saw anything because he might have been concerned if they were going to tell. Okay, let me check hot topics, trending topics. Let me see if anything else is going on in the media. We've been playing like resurfaced clips. We talked about Safaree, Erica Mena. What is this? I'll have to listen to that. I don't This is something new, but I'll have to I don't know if there's music playing over that. Let me know in the comments and be general. What did you guys think about the debate last night? I mean, about the interview with Kamala Harris. What did y'all think about the interview with Kamala Harris? Was she answering the questions? Was she avoiding the questions? Did she talk about Trump too much? Should she have been focusing on herself and her policies? We've been telling y'all, whenever she do interviews, she don't really like to answer questions. She like to go around the question or barely answer the question. That's why people are like, we don't want to fool with her. She got mad during that interview, and the interview was very short. It's very scary with her, because if you're talking with an interviewer like that, how are you going to handle the country if you're in a meeting with other countries and other major situations? It was a limited time interview. One, she kept cutting him off. Two, he wanted her to answer a certain question, and some of those questions were yes or no. So her and Biden had plenty of time to do what they needed to do, and we're seeing that there was a problem with the border. And right now, we saw her at the border, but unless you're about to pack these people up and ship them out, they're giving benefits that other people can't get. That's the sad part about it. The immigrants are getting benefits that other people can't even get. That's why people are saying right now it's a hot mess. That's why they're flooding over here, because of the borders not protected the way it should be. Go look at the clip. He did a breakdown of all the benefits that they're receiving. And I had told y'all 3 weeks ago, whenever she do interviews, now this is the other thing, they talk about she might be wearing earrings where people can speak to her in her ear. She might be doing interviews where people can speak to her and she can get help. And then she was doing like a press conference and she was like, oh, this is live. And she didn't know that people were going to catch that. It's so concerning. Now, if she was on her stuff and she was doing what she needed to do over the last 3 years, she had basically said she's cool with the policy her and Biden did. What? How can you be cool with it? And then people that dealt with the hurricane is having the hardest time even getting assistance and benefits. What? You got people that's paying taxes and that's been paying taxes and they can't get help in regards to the hurricane situation. I told y'all, whenever she do interviews, she don't be paying attention. She want to say the same thing, or she want to talk about what Trump did. It's like, you've been in office with Joe Biden for 3 years. What have you done? People are frustrated. People are extremely frustrated. And they said her and Biden should have been doing better. And then he had asked, how do you feel about Joe Biden's health? And then she's once again talked about Trump. We get what wrongdoing Trump has done. We get what he's done. But what have you done in the last 3.5 years? Anytime a woman can't answer yes or no in regards to, we want to know your policies, we want you to be able to respond, to the question, and you go around and around the tree not answering the question, people are concerned. It was like, oh, dang, it's too bad. It's too bad that she act the way she acts. She handles her interviews the way she handled. And that's why they were saying they didn't want to put her in front of anybody in an interview, because we saw what happened last night. We saw. Groceries are up. Price of everything is up. People are struggling. You know, they helped in regards to the student loan, but there's a lot going on. Go check out the interview. Last night, I almost played the live clip of the interview, but of course, I was still recovering. But I did do some shorts, so you can go check out some of those shorts. Yep, you can go check out some of those shorts. And like I said before, vote for whoever you want to vote for. Vote for whoever you want to vote for. Let's play some of these clips. She was going in.
When you came into office, your administration immediately reversed a number of Trump border policies. Most significantly, the policy that required illegal immigrants to be detained through deportation, either in the U.S. or in Mexico. And you switched that policy. They were released from custody awaiting trial. So instead, included in those were a large number of single men, adult men, who went on to commit heinous crimes. So, looking back, do you regret the decision to terminate Remain in Mexico at the beginning of your administration?
At the beginning of our administration, within practically hours of taking the oath, the first bill that we offered Congress before we worked on infrastructure, before the Inflation Reduction Act, before the Chips and Science Act, before the bipartisan Safe to Answer.
And when you came into
We're about to play the next clip.
the first bill, practically within hours of taking the oath, was a bill to fix our immigration system.
Yes, ma'am. It was called the U.S. Citizenship Act of 2021.
Exactly.
It was essentially a pathway to citizenship for the... Yes, ma'am.
May I finish responding, please?
But
you have to let me finish,
you had
please.
the White House and the House and the Senate,
I'm
and
in
they
the
didn't bring
middle
up
of
that bill.
responding. Communities Act, the first bill, practically within...
We're about to play the next clip.
I asked that question to the former president today. Harris Faulkner had a town hall, and this is how he responded. I heard about that. They were saying I was like threatening. I'm not threatening anybody. They're the ones doing the threatening. They do phony investigations. I've been investigated more than Alphonse Capone. He was the greatest gangster. No, it's true. We don't think of it. It's called weaponization of government. It's a terrible thing. So,
Brett, I'm sorry, and with all due respect, that clip was not what he has been saying about the enemy within that he has repeated when he's speaking about the American people. That's not what you just showed.
he was asked
No,
about that specific...
that's not what you just showed. In all fairness and
I'm telling
respect to you,
that was the question that we asked him.
you didn't show that, and here's the bottom line. He has repeated it many times, and you and I both know that. And you and I both know that he has talked about turning the American military on the American people. He has talked about going after people who are engaged.
He asked that question to the former president today. Harris Faulkner had a town hall, and this is how he responded.
So we're about to play the next clip. She talked more about him, Trump, than her policies. She did. Anytime she felt like she was being attacked or was to focus on the policies and what she plans on doing next and what her and Biden did in the last 3-4 years, she then switches it on Trump. What have you done these last 3 or 4 years? What did you have? I'm gonna play the next clip. She don't like to answer the questions. She does double talk. She do. There is no yes or no. There is no okay. Yes, I went to the border, and all those people that were trying to cross, we shipped them back over. There is no, I have more people. I don't know. It's almost like they're coming over here in droves because they see the benefits that they can get. They're getting benefits that normal citizens can't even get. It's a mess.
protest. He's talked about locking people up because they disagree with him. This is a democracy. And in a democracy, the President of the United States, in the United States of America, should be willing to be able to handle criticism without saying he'd lock people up for doing it. And this is what is at stake, which is why you have someone like the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff saying what Mark Milley has said about Donald Trump being a threat to the United States of America, engaged in peaceful protest.
So everybody's been saying the same thing. I told y'all when I watched an interview when she was doing her debate, a lot of the guys were like, watch, over these next 5 or 6 questions they're going to ask, she's not going to answer. And then they said in her ear, they must have said something to her in her ear. Answer the question first and then talk about what you want to talk about. You could tell there was a slight change when there was a debate about 2-3 weeks ago. Now, yeah, they're saying she's wearing earrings and people are talking in her ear. That's what they're saying. You're right. The earrings, the earpiece must have gone out. What a mess. If she would have did her job and got things in order and she's not angry in these interviews and she's answering the questions and she has policies that's written and she's saying we making a change and she's saying within a year we've seen a change. No, they're coming over here in droves and the benefits that they're getting, tuition, there was a list and all of us last night was shocked of the list. Man, oh man, oh man. What a mess. What a mess.
That you would do differently? I mean, Biden, you're not Donald Trump, but nothing comes to mind that you would do differently?
Let me be very clear. My presidency.
What? Let's.
You're not Donald Trump, but nothing comes to mind that you would do differently?
Let me be very clear. My presidency will not be a continuation of Joe Biden's presidency. And like
her presidency will not be a continuation of Biden's.
Be very clear. My presidency will not be a continuation of Joe Biden's presidency. And like every new president that comes in to office, I will bring my life experiences, my professional experiences, and fresh and new ideas. I represent a new generation of leadership. I, for example, am someone who has not spent the majority of my career in Washington, D.C. I invite ideas, whether it be from the Republicans who are supporting me, who were just on stage with me minutes ago, and the business sector, and others who can contribute to the decisions that I make about, for example, my plan for increasing the supply of housing in America and bringing down the cost of housing, addressing the issue of small businesses, which is about working with the private sector to bring more capital and access to capital to our small business leaders, including my plan for
Joe Biden, you're not Donald Trump, but nothing comes to mind that you would do differently?
Let me be very clear. My presidency will not be a continuation of.
So she know it was a problem. And we see it. So many people call him Sleepy Joe. So was he asleep and she was just not caring? And we see her in different events just dancing it out. Hold on. Let me see if I can find something else. I told y'all she don't like answering stuff. I told y'all it was a mess last night. People were like, girl, just answer the question. Why are you getting mad? Are you going to be like this when you in, big conference meetings? Are you going to be able to handle being questioned about what your policies are? Man, it was a lot last night. And I wish I could have went live. One of my favorite podcasts did an interview with Trump last night.
To terminate remain in Mexico at the beginning of your administration?
At the beginning, within practically hours.
We're about to listen to this. Hold on.
Terminate remain in Mexico at the beginning of your administration?
At the beginning of our administration, within practically hours of taking the oath, the first bill that we offered Congress before We worked on infrastructure before the Inflation Reduction Act, before the CHIPS and Science Act, before the bipartisan Safer Communities Act.
Do you regret the decision to terminate Remain in Mexico at the beginning of your administration?
Let's listen to the next clip.
Bill, practically within hours of taking the oath, was a bill to fix our immigration system.
Yes, ma'am. It was called the U.S. Citizenship Act of 2021.
Exactly.
It was essentially a pathway to citizenship for the... Yes, ma'am.
May I finish responding, please?
But
you have to let me finish.
You had the White House and the House and the Senate,
I'm
and they didn't bring up that bill.
responding to the point you're raising, and I'd like to finish.
Yes, ma'am.
The first bill, practically within hour, we have done a number of things, including to address our asylum system and put more resources, getting more judges, what we needed to do to tighten up penalties and increase penalties for illegal crossings, what we needed to do to deal with points of entry between border entry points. That's the work we did, and we worked on supporting what was a bipartisan effort, including some of the most conservative members of the United States Congress. We have done a number of things.
Who remembers when those people were in cages? Who remember that? Three years ago? That was crazy to see. And now they're over here in droves. Normally, I don't talk politics. I kind of leave it to different pages that talk it. But the biggest thing is we see that there's a concern. We see that she likes to not answer the question. We see that she gets extremely mad. She gets extremely mad when she's asked a question and she just don't really want to.
He's talked about turning the American military on the American people. He has talked about going after people who are engaged in peaceful protest. He has talked about locking people up because they disagree with him. This is a democracy. And in a democracy, the President of the United States, in the United States of America, should be willing to be able to handle criticism without saying he'd lock people up for doing it. He has talked about turning the American military.
So yesterday, and then Bet Money, they gonna say she did a good job. they gonna tell the media she did a good job and she handled that well. Bet Money. And people are gonna say in the comments, were we watching the same thing? They did a clip in regards to Clinton had said something about they should have vetted the people better. One. And then there's a clip out there that Joe Biden is saying she got beat. He didn't know what he was saying. What? I can't make this stuff up. And then we got Obama that's trying to talk to men about how they should vote, the way they should vote, and what they should be doing. And it's like people are awake. We've seen what the last 3.5 years have been like, and they don't want that same thing right now. We've seen what it was like. She been in there, she didn't do much. So you think we want another 3.5 years of her not doing much? No, thank you. Now, it would be different if she had did a lot and we see it. But people are coming over here in droves. And then some of the cities are not as clean as it was. There's crimes that's, being committed. People are being released. And then there's more crimes that's being... Yeah, last night was a hot mess. One of my favorite podcasts was on this morning. I listened to him a little bit. Another one of my favorite talked about the whole interview. Yeah. I'll probably do his stuff later. Like the video. There's 400 people in the room. We've talked hot topics, trending topics. We've talked Diddy. We talked Safaree. We talked, Harris, in regards to her interview. We've covered a lot this morning. We've covered a lot. If y'all did not know, T.I. and Tiny's son has been arrested for a warrant violation. He don't look too happy in his picture, in his mugshot. It was being alleged that he was somewhere, almost alleged, hit a cop. That's what's being reported. Almost hit a cop with his bike. Then he got pulled over. He might have had something on his lap, a pow on his lap, and he got arrested. He don't look good on his picture. And if you don't know, T.I.'s son is expecting a child soon. Now, I don't know if he's going to be out on bond. T.I. and Tiny just won a lawsuit about the OMG infringement thing. They won that lawsuit. They won a lot in that lawsuit in regards to somebody trying to infringe on the OMG style, the girls' looks. Zanique just recently purchased a nice car, and then King just got arrested. And they're talking about T.I. is he's thinking about retiring. Now, as we know, T.I. was doing comedy. Now he's talking about retiring. Then they won the lawsuit. Then we saw Zanique purchase a car. And then we seen that King got arrested. So T.I. and Tiny got a lot going on. A lot. Like the video. I've been trying to pull up a bunch of stuff so we stay on hot topics, trending topics. There's 445 in the room. Can I please get 400 people to please subscribe so we can hit 30K? And thank you if you've already subscribed. Press 3. Let me know where you're watching from. Press 5 if you've been here before. Let me know where you're watching from. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, they're talking about Justin Bieber. He's kind of keeping to himself. A lot of famous people are keeping to themselves because they don't know if they're a part of what's going on with Diddy. We talked a little bit about Kanye the other day. A lot of Hollywood famous people are scared. Let me see. Hello, Texas. That's my girl, Paris. Hello, Maryland. You really, yeah, I feel for him too. I do. So praying for Justin Bieber. Praying for him. And praying for the victims too. There was a video I almost showed in regards to Justin Bieber was in a deposition and they were asking him about Usher. I think I was too comfortable with my boo, and go look it up. Look up the Justin Bieber deposition video. He acted like he didn't know Usher, and then he said he did know him. Yeah. Justin Bieber in a deposition being asked about Usher. Interesting video. Okay, I'm going to check. Let's see. We're almost at 30K. Please continue to subscribe. The subscribes are going up. Please continue to hit the like button. Yeah, very interesting. I don't think I did a short regarding that. I wish I would have. Yep. Yeah. So that was it 2013, 14? Yeah, go look it up. Justin Bieber in a deposition, they're asking Justin about Usher. Yep. He's sitting in a chair. There's like a lawyer whispering in Justin's ear, basically like answer the questions as best as you can. Yeah. I think it was either 2014, 15, or 16. And everybody keep talking about that the baby oil might have been laced. Which we're kind of not surprised because everybody was saying they couldn't move after the oil was sprayed on them or put on them or rubbed on them. And if that's the case, who's squirting the baby oil? Who's squirting the baby oil on these people? And do you got on gloves so you don't be woozy? Who's carrying this baby oil and squirting it on people where they can't move? And that's why that lawyer said, if you had anything to do with this, and we're seeing you in the video, that's why he was saying that. That's why he was saying that. Now we get it. Because allegedly there's people in videos that may be assisting the diddler in regards to these alleged situations. Like I said before, a judge jury will have to decide if there's been any wrongdoing. There's 420 people in the video. Please subscribe and please turn on your notification. And please continue to hit the like button. Yeah, I feel much better. Y'all can tell. Some of the times I was only able to do like 45 minutes. Then I did maybe an hour and a half. Yeah, I'm wondering who's the baby oil handler? Who's the baby oil handler? Or who's the one that's putting stuff in the alcohol? So I'm wondering next week or the week after how many lawsuits we're going to hear. Because remember, he has 120 cases. Plus others. Like the video, like the video. Thanks for being here, everyone. I hope that many have subscribed. And thank you for helping me trying to get to 30K. Okay, everyone. I think I have updated you guys on a lot of the news, trending news. Since I'm feeling better, if anything else hits, I may go live tonight. If anything else drops, we've updated everyone. We've talked about almost everything. Let me see. Yeah. Recently, Kamala put a plan together to help Black men. People are like, this is a little too late. I guess she was on the Breakfast Club. Let's hear what she got to say.
Part of the challenge that I face is that they are trying to scare people away because they know they otherwise have nothing to run on. Ask Donald Trump what his plan is for Black.
See, she talking about Donald again.
I'll tell you what it is. Look at Project 2025. Project 2025 tells you the plan includes making police departments have stop and frisk policies. The plan includes making it more difficult for workers to receive overtime pay. The plan includes ending the ability of Medicare to negotiate drug prices. You know what we have done? He said he would. We did. Which means that's how we brought down the cost of prescription medication. His plan includes making it more difficult for working people to get by and to destroy our democracy. You know what he says he'll do? But again,
like the video. Now they're saying project, whatever that is, 5125, whatever that project is. Trump said he ain't got nothing to do with that project, but she talking about that project. Thank you so much for the work you do. Yeah, I appreciate you, Paris. I really do. I appreciate you helping me too. Yeah. Let's play this next clip. This is Kamala Harris on The Breakfast Club. Still talking about Trump. We want to know what your policies are. We want to know what you've done over the last 3.5 years. And stay on that. Trump gonna tell us what he gonna do, but why is she constantly talking about him? Next clip.
Let me remind folks, you know what's in the Constitution of the United States? The 4th Amendment, which protects you against unreasonable searches and seizures.
Yeah, 2025. Thank you.
The 6th Amendment, the 14th Amendment, and he's going to terminate the Constitution of the United States, which in most of those amendments, one thing or another was about a movement spurred by Black people to ensure that we would be equally protected under the law. Come on. The Constitution of the United States. Let me remind folks, You know what's in the Constitution of the United States? The Fourth Amendment, which protects you against unreasonable searches and seizures. The Fifth Amendment, the Sixth Amendment.
And I'm not saying what Trump has planned is great. I'm not saying what his plans are, if that's going to work for everybody. I'm not saying that what he's going to do is make everybody happy. But what I am saying, whenever Kamala talks to people, she don't like answering a question. The majority of the time she talking about Trump. People want to know the policies she got going on and what changes that she going to make. Anytime you have somebody shucking and jiving and not answering questions, you're avoiding. Anytime, 50% of the time you talk about somebody else, you're avoiding. Anytime you're talking and pointing the finger at somebody else, you don't want the attention on you. She don't want to talk about Joe. He's in office. But they are also saying that she had to step in because of what he got going on. And then she said, Biden's not on the ballot right now. We got to focus on me and Trump. But all you should be talking about is your policy. We get that she's trying to debunk a lot of stuff, and y'all got to be concerned about what he has planned. We get that. But if 50% of the time they're asking you stuff about what you're going to do, how you're going to change, blah, 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 and 50% you going after him, people are like, no, that's just like you being in an argument with some dude or some girl, and somebody's just saying, don't focus on me. Don't focus on me. Let's look at the other person. It's hard to trust you. It's hard to say that we trust that you're going to do the right thing because we have not seen much from them in the last 3.5 years. I told y'all when I watched that podcast, I think it's BPDB podcast, 4 great gentlemen. They're highly intelligent, well-spoken. I think it's PDB. I listen to them a lot. And he did an interview with Trump. I don't know if it was this morning or the other day, but it played this morning. But everybody's like, dang, Kamala, if you would only talked about yourself, talked about your policy, answered the questions and what's being asked of you, and if it did not seem like you're being fed information through your earrings, it might be a whole total different situation. She's created this. She's created this. The two, right now, people feel that they wish there was 2 other people we could choose from. Wait a minute. Guess what, y'all? I was in my bed yesterday. I get a text message about somebody telling me about Trump. Kamala Harris teams is sending out stuff to people's phones. Let me see. I think I blocked it. Yeah, I got something in my phone talking about Trump from Kamala Harris team. Yep, I deleted it. And I should have hit stopped. So did anybody else get that from their phones over the last 24 hours, 48 hours? Did you get like some kind of message through your phone? Let me know that. Last night, I got something from a campaign talking about what Trump, talking about what Trump had did in regards to, the Capitol. Yep, I got something from my phone last night. Yeah, they losing it. They don't know what to do. Now y'all sending out messages? And then, what about y'all junk mail? Aren't y'all receiving a bunch of junk mail? Yeah, check your spam. Aren't y'all getting a bunch of junk mail? I got so much misinformation. There's a lot of misinformation. But I ain't giving no misinformation. I'm playing her clips. There's a lot going on. Y'all got to pay attention. Like I've always said, vote for whoever you want to vote for. But whoever we vote for, we got to make sure that they're going to make sure our families are taken care of. Our rent can be paid. Food's not going up so much. Gas prices. People are struggling. Some of the stuff is being handed over to people that just have not even paid taxes year after year after year. Yep. And you got to also focus on your local stuff too. Vote for whoever you want to vote for. That's totally up to y'all. But many people are very concerned about Kamala, how she answers things, how she talk about things, how it don't seem like she focused. She seems like a really bright lady. She do. But when it comes to policy and what's going on, then they asked her another question, and it's almost like she didn't know how to answer it. Yep. I don't know who lies the most. I just realized when I'm watching stuff for a good 5 or 10 minutes, it's like, whoa. And I'm not a political person. I know what's going on, but it was like, whoa. A lot of manipulation. There's concerns on both sides. You know, there's concerns on both sides. And there's other people that's on the ticket. There's other people that's on the ticket. And then people are mad. I'm not even going to vote. Do whatever. You want to vote? Go ahead and vote. Vote early if you want. If you don't vote, that means you're going to let, her win. If you don't vote, that means you're going to let him win. People could do whatever they want. My page, I don't tell y'all what to do. Just do whatever's best for you. But people are definitely concerned about how she do interviews. They've been concerned. Like the video, like the video. Okay, let me see. Okay, this is some business I have to take care of. Been trying to take care of. So you guys, I thank you guys for being here. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. I literally have to get on my computer to take care of this. Like I said, I have other businesses, so I'm about to take care of this. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing. Everyone have a great day. Focus on healthy, safe relationships. Don't forget to subscribe to the page. We're trying to get to 30K. And like I said, I do other businesses, so I'm getting a text message. I got to get on the computer and take care of this check. I need that money. Need that money. Everyone have a great day. Focus on healthy, safe relationships. I appreciate you all. Goodbye. Okay.